Good afternoon. Welcome to the QCIS channel, where you get your daily dose of science, technology, engineering, and math. My name is Leon Jones, and what I'm going to show you today is vegetation. Now, during every construction project, we put down vegetation. Vegetation like grass. Now, what you see here, this is grass that's been placed. Okay, now you see the little squares in it? This is what the grass looks like when it's already laid. This is all sod. This is what they put on your football fields and your baseball fields. Give you a close-up. This is what it looks like after it's been placed. This is sod. See the lines in it? And what happens is they place it in squares or rectangles. You see the shape right now? It's rectangular. Blocks. Now, I'm going to show you what it really looks like after it hasn't been placed. And you're gonna, this is it while it's placed. Now over here, I'm inspecting it. This is what the sod looks like. It's cut from the root, and this is actually real grass right here. These are the roots. They put your sod on pallets. This is real grass. The same type of grass that you see on baseball fields and football fields. When you hear that term sod, this is what you get. Now, this is the sod, what it looks like after it hasn't been placed. It's got the soil bottom. Again, the sod is basically cut from roots. And right here, again, these are roots. And generally when they put the sod down, they water it, and it grows just like grass. As you see, the sod is on pallets. And this is the sod. Now, it's rolled up right now, but when they rolled it out, it's in the shape of a square or a rectangle. But what you're looking at now, again, you're looking at the sod when it hasn't been placed. Again, it's on pallets. It comes in rolls. Again, all the little brown, it looks like dead grass, those are roots. They cut the sod from the roots. This is actually real soil. Some people might say that's fake. No, this is not fake grass. This is actually real grass. This is what we use out here as part of our environmental best management practices. Again, you're looking at the material while it hasn't been placed. Now basically, when they place it, they roll it out. And once they roll it out, they water it. Now, how do they get the sod in here? They use this machine. There's a forklift. There's the forks. That's how they lift the pallets into place. But again, here's what the sod looks like when it hasn't been placed. And I'm showing you both methods because some people don't believe that this is real grass. It's real. Again, here are the roots. Now the way this is generated is the sod is grown and they cut it from the roots and they roll it. See the rolls? These are all rolls. Now they roll out to be rectangular. Now generally when we pay for this side, we're going to pay for it by the square yard because they're placing it in an area. Now again, you're looking at the side before it's placed. And here's how they roll it out. I'm rolling it out right now. This is it. That's what it looks like. Rolling it back. Roll it out again. This is side. And as an inspector, I'm checking to make sure that everything's in place. Now it looks a little dry because the sun's hitting it, but it's not. Down the line, this is what it looks like. Now this is very important because once you finish putting in your sidewalks, you want to have some green grass. Now, what I'm walking on now, this is actual grass. You can see that there's some areas that need seeds. This isn't sod, this is actually grass. See how green it is in some areas? You can also see some dead grass in some areas. It's dead because it doesn't have enough water. Some of the seed had washed away. But the same grass that's on the ground, that's what's in these rolls. And they do this because it's much cheaper. A long time ago when they placed seeding down, they used to place grass seed, put like a net mat over it. Then they'd come out with some hay. They'd spray it. It's too expensive. So they figured they'd do this the easy way. Now, the reason why I like sod, because if you have a divot, let's say this area right here is missing. Well, instead of just digging this whole area out, you can actually put sod in this area and water it, and it'll fill in that gap, and it'll look like the sod wasn't missing at all. Now, again, here's the sod after it's been placed. See, all along this sidewalk, they're placed it. And this is, it's already rolled out. I walk, and again, these rolls, they roll out to be rectangular. And you can see that this side, it looks like it's been watered. Now, what does the area look like before they put sod down? This is what the area looks like. This is why we have the contractor grade it out. Because on this flat area, they're going to be placing sod. They're going to take that sod from those pallets and they're going to roll it. And once they roll it out, they're going to water it. But this is what it looks like without the sod. This is what the sod looks like after it's been placed. And this is actual grass. This is not sod, this is actual grass. Well, sod is also grass, but it's not planted the same way. They actually do this inside of they could do it inside of a nursery if they wanted to. Now you see some areas over here that need to be watered. It's just like grass, you have some bad areas as well. This is vegetation to keep all of the sediment from going into the street. It's part of environmental practices. Again, this is the cheaper way of planting grass. Again, getting a view on what the sod looks like after it's been planted. You're also getting a view of an area where sod hasn't been planted yet. Also going to take you back, show you what the sod looks like when it even, without it being placed, or when it's sitting there on a pallet. Again, it's grass, we call it sod. And this is sod after it's been placed on pallets by the forklift. And again, this is real grass. You see on the bottom? These are the roots. It's cut right from the roots. These are the roots. And once it's watered, after the sod has been placed, the sod will grow just like green grass over here on this line. Now again, this is the sod, and I'm inspecting it. Now, you can see that the soil, let me tell you something about soil. When you have this cracking, that means it's very dry. So, when they get this sod placed, they need to water it as soon as they get it down, because the grass is going to die. Now over here, this is a little bit better because the soil is a little moist. Again, just like regular grass, you have to take care of your sod as well. So people don't understand that, but you do. This is part of taking care of your vegetation. And you have to constantly water this sod to make sure that it grows in full green. Now basically, when it comes to vegetation, you want about 80 to 90% vegetation, and that's for the best management practices out here, because this is also inspected. Again, this is the sod right here before it's been placed. It's in rolls, as you see. Get an idea of what it looks like. It's on pallets. Again, you look at the soil. You see the cracking? It's dry. Here, it's got a little bit more moisture to it. Here's the actual picture as I rub my hands across this side. It's green grass. Certainly there's some brown in it. Like I said, it needs to be watered, but the side, if it's taken care of, it looks like this. This is, again, actual green grass. See how this grass has been taken care of? Now this is the sod after it's been placed. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like after it's been placed on both sides of the sidewalk. Show you what it really looks like when it is done correctly. Now, this side, there's some areas right here, and I've already kicked it, tucking it in. This is how they place it. Let me show you. It's on the ground. I'm actually doing the work. I'm actually putting it in place. This is what it looks like on both sides of the sidewalk. This is actually side. This is side. It's in place. You can see the rectangular shape. And generally, if it's placed correctly, you're not going to see these lines in the side. Now, I'll show you some areas that are pretty green. Now, this is what it looks like. It's pretty green right here. Yes, you have some brown in here, but this has already been watered. You know how I know? Look at the divot, look at the soil, it's very soft. Now, see, they just laid it down not too long ago. But you can see how much moisture the soil has in it. You have to constantly water it to get it to grow. Now here's an area that is pretty much green. There's an area that is even better. Here's an area that's even better. My hand down. Okay. This is side after it's been placed. Now this area is even greener. But again, when it comes to vegetation, you have to take care of it. Now, I'm going to show you some side after it has actually been placed. As I run across the street here. And this is side after it's actually been placed. You see how green this is? This is side right here. Now you still have some lines in it, they still have to water it. This is what it really looks like once it's allowed to grow. In fact, over here, it looks so good, it's even growing weeds in it. Now you have some dead side out here too, because it hasn't been watered. You see the green that's formed. Put your hand down there, feels real good. So, if you're told that this isn't real grass, have them check this channel out, and I will let them know, no, it is real. It's just that it's grown differently because of the cost. You don't need seed. You already have the roots. And you can see what it looks like when it's healthy. And then when it's not healthy, you can also see what it looks like. But it's very important that you take care of your side. And this should be done when you have a house, or even if you're maintaining an apartment complex. Because if you keep your grass looking good, that could also raise your property value. Landscaping means a lot to people. Again, side, show you it's real. Those are weeds. I'm gonna need some weed killer out here. what the sod is real, and what you've just seen. You've seen what sod looks like after it's been placed months ago. This sod has just been placed not too long ago. And you've also seen the sod that has yet to be placed. And you've seen the green grass as well. Again, very important to take care of your landscape. Always want your landscape to look good. You want your grass to be healthy, looks presentable. Because when I come out to a site, one of the first things I look at is your vegetation. Vegetation is good presentation. Again, here's what it looks like on pallets. You have some good sod and you have some bad sod. And once again, that concludes this topic on sod. Sod is landscaping. Sod is just like grass. And if you like what I just presented, please comment, share, and subscribe. Also, if you're looking for some social and political content, you can check out the 411 Talk Zone radio show on YouTube. Now, if you can't find the QCIS channel or the 411 Talk Zone radio show, you can check both of those channels out on Twitter. Now, for the QCIS channel, I'll take it one step further, because that's an educational channel, a professional channel. You can also find that channel on LinkedIn. And once again, thank you for viewing this video on sod vegetation right here from the QCIS channel. Oh, before I go, yes, I also put fertilizer. That also helps grass as well. Gotta have the fertilizer. But again, you can always find this content right here on the QCIS channel. On this channel, you get a daily dose of science, technology, engineering, and math. Till next time, my name is Leon Jones. So have a wonderful and gracious afternoon.